In a world where fame can destroy as quickly as it builds, one man didn't just survive, he dominated. Tom Cruise, a name that defines action, power, and perfection. But behind the dazzling smile, billion-dollar box office success, and death-defying stunts lies a story far more complex than Hollywood wants you to see. This is not just the story of a superstar. This is the story of obsession, control, sacrifice, and secrets. From a struggling boy with dyslexia and a broken childhood to becoming the face of global cinema through the legendary Mission Impossible franchise, his rise seems almost unreal. But every rise has its shadows. Whispers of controversy, powerful connections, personal losses, and a life lived under constant pressure. Was success worth the cost? How did a young man with nothing become one of the richest and most influential actors on Earth? And more importantly, what did he lose along the way? This is the story Hollywood doesn't fully tell: the rise, the fall, and the truth behind the legend. Tom Cruise was not born into fame, he fought for it. Born as Thomas Cruise Maypother IV in 1962, his early life was marked by instability, poverty, and struggle. Moving from city to city, dealing with a harsh father, and battling dyslexia, young Tom was far from the confident superstar we see today. He once described his childhood as chaotic, filled with fear and uncertainty. But inside him burned something powerful, a desire to escape, to prove himself, and to become someone unforgettable. Acting became his way out. In the early 1980s, Cruise stepped into Hollywood with small roles, but his determination quickly caught attention. Films like Risky Business changed everything. That iconic scene, dancing in a shirt and socks, was more than just entertainment. It was the birth of a star. Then came Top Gun, the movie that turned him into a global sensation. Suddenly, Tom Cruise wasn't just an actor. He was a symbol of charisma, confidence, and ambition. But fame came with pressure. As his career grew, so did expectations. Cruise wasn't satisfied with being just famous. He wanted control. He wanted perfection. And that mindset shaped everything he did. In films like Jerry Maguire and A Few Good Men, he proved he wasn't just an action star. He was a serious actor. Audiences loved him. Critics respected him. He was unstoppable. Then came the game changer, the Mission Impossible saga. Cruise didn't just act in it, he became it. Running across rooftops, scaling skyscrapers, hanging from planes, he redefined action cinema. While other actors relied on CGI and stunt doubles, Cruise risked his life to bring authenticity. This wasn't just dedication, it was obsession. And it paid off. Billions at the box office. Global dominance. A legacy unmatched. But behind the success, cracks began to appear. Tom Cruise's personal life became a constant headline. His marriages to Mimi Rogers, Nicole Kidman, and Katie Holmes ended in highly publicized divorces. Fans began to question, was the man behind the camera different from the one on screen? Then came his deep and controversial association with the Church of Scientology. What started as a personal belief system turned into global debate. Interviews became intense. Public appearances became unpredictable. At one point, Cruise's behavior, jumping on couches, passionately defending his beliefs, led many to question his stability. Hollywood turned slightly cold. The media became ruthless. For the first time, Tom Cruise wasn't just admired, he was criticized. This was the fall not in terms of money or fame, but in perception. The perfect image was cracking. But here's where Tom Cruise did something extraordinary. He refused to disappear. Instead of backing away, he came back stronger. Bigger films, bigger stunts, bigger risks. Movies like Mission Impossible, Fallout reminded the world who he was. Discipline, focus, control. He rebuilt his image not through interviews, but through action. And maybe that's the truth of Tom Cruise. He doesn't explain himself. He proves himself. Even today, in his 60s, he continues to perform stunts that actors half his age wouldn't attempt. He runs, jumps, flies, and fights, not just for the audience, but for something deeper. Perhaps it's the same hunger from his childhood, the need to prove that he belongs at the top. But the question still remains, at what cost? Fame gave him everything: money, power, recognition. But it also demanded everything: privacy, relationships, normalcy. Tom Cruise became a legend, but legends don't live ordinary lives. This isn't just a success story. It's a story of sacrifice, control, and relentless ambition. A story that shows us that behind every Hollywood icon, there's a human being fighting battles we may never fully understand. When we hear the name Tom Cruise, we think of speed, danger, perfection, a man running across rooftops, hanging from airplanes, and redefining action cinema through the legendary Mission Impossible. His good side is undeniable: discipline, hard work, and an almost unbelievable commitment to his craft. While many actors depend on technology, Cruise risks his life to give audiences something real. He transformed himself from a struggling boy with dyslexia into one of the most powerful names in Hollywood. His journey tells us that no matter where you come from, determination can rewrite your destiny. He is proof that success is not luck, it's obsession, consistency, and belief. But every legend carries shadows. Behind the success lies a darker, more complicated story. Cruise's life has often been surrounded by controversy: his deep involvement with Scientology, his intense public behavior, and his highly publicized relationships have raised questions around the world. Critics say his need for control goes beyond his films, affecting his personal life. At times, his image shifted from inspiring to mysterious, even unsettling. Fame didn't just lift him, it isolated him. The same obsession that made him great may have also distanced him from a normal life. And that's the reality Hollywood rarely shows. The higher you rise, the more you risk losing yourself. So, what is the truth? Is Tom Cruise a hero of hard work and passion, or a man consumed by the very fame he created? Maybe he is both. Because real legends are never simple, they are powerful, flawed, and human. His story reminds us that success has two sides. The world sees the glory, but only a few understand the cost. Before you chase fame, success, or money, ask yourself one question: what am I willing to sacrifice? Because stories like Tom Cruise's teach us that success is not just about reaching the top, it's about staying grounded while you're there. Work hard, stay disciplined, but never lose your identity, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Real success is not just being famous, it's being fulfilled. If you enjoyed this deep story of fame, struggle, and truth, then this is just the beginning. There are many more untold stories of Hollywood legends waiting to be explored. So make sure you subscribe, because the next story might change how you see your favorite star forever.